You probably want to sleep less to have more time to work on your goals, hang with family, and to actually live your life. But most people, they're chained to their beds, dragging themselves out of the sheets, hitting snooze 3 times, and still walking around all day like zombies. Here's the truth. It's not about how many hours you sleep. It's about the quality of those hours. That's why you'll see Japanese workers, people in one of the busiest, most disciplined cultures in the world, operating on less sleep, but still showing up sharp, focused, and ready. And no, it's not because they're superhuman. It's because they've mastered habits that most people completely ignore. Today, I'm going to break down those habits so you can sleep fewer hours and still wake up fresh. Let's get into it. 1. Train your body to sleep on command. Most people treat sleep like a gamble. They scroll on their phones until they feel tired. Then they toss and turn, praying they'll eventually drift off. That's why they waste 7 to 8 hours in bed and still wake up groggy. The Japanese take a different approach. Ritual. They train their bodies to know exactly when it's time to shut down. A simple routine, warm tea, dim lights, maybe stretching or a hot shower, sends a signal to the brain. Sleep mode now. When you condition your body this way, you don't lose 30 minutes lying awake. You fall asleep fast. Personally, I do this by cutting off screens an hour before bed. I keep the room cool and I repeat the same pre-bed habits every single night. And now my brain knows the drill. Pillow hits, lights out, gone. 2. Cut the junk that's stealing your deep sleep. Here's a hard truth. Not all sleep is created equal. You could be in bed for 9 hours and still only get 3 hours of deep, restorative sleep. The Japanese, especially the older generations, are masters of simplicity. They avoid the things that destroy sleep quality: late-night junk food, alcohol before bed, overstimulation. The body needs deep sleep to repair and reset, and deep sleep only comes when you keep your system clean. So ask yourself, do you really need that midnight snack? Do you really need that one more episode? Because every time you give in, you're trading tomorrow's energy for tonight's comfort. I've noticed this myself. The nights I skip heavy food and cut caffeine about 10 hours before bed, I wake up feeling like I slept an extra 2 hours without actually sleeping them. 3. Use strategic napping instead of oversleeping. This is something the Japanese do brilliantly. Inamuri. It literally means sleeping while present. You'll see businessmen catching 15-minute power naps on trains, in offices, even in public. It's not laziness, it's efficiency. Because a short nap doesn't throw off your body clock, it supercharges it. So instead of hitting snooze and wasting another groggy hour in bed, try a 15 to 20-minute nap in the afternoon. That's all you need to reset your brain. The key? Keep it short. Anything longer and you dip into deep sleep, which just makes you feel worse when you wake up. 4. Respect your mornings like they do. Most people ruin their mornings before they even start. The first thing they reach for is their phone, and within 5 minutes, they're overloaded with news, notifications, and stress. No wonder they feel drained all day. But in Japan, mornings are often treated with calm and intention. Light movement, simple breakfasts, natural sunlight. Not chaos, but clarity. Here's my version. I get sunlight as soon as I wake up. It resets my circadian rhythm and tells my body, time to be alert. It also helps you to fall asleep at night. And when you anchor your mornings like that, you don't need 10 hours of sleep. You just need enough to recharge. 5. Stop worshiping 8 hours. One of the biggest sleep myths, that everyone needs exactly 8 hours. The truth? Your body doesn't care about the number. It cares about cycles. Each cycle is about 90 minutes. If you wake up at the end of a cycle, you feel refreshed, even if it was only 6 hours. If you wake up in the middle, you feel worse, even after 9. The Japanese naturally align with this. Many of them sleep shorter, but more rhythmically, and it works. I started experimenting with this myself. Instead of just setting an alarm for 7 o'clock, I calculate based on cycles: 4.5 hours, 6 hours, 7.5 hours. And when I hit those right windows, I pop out of bed like it's nothing. Final thoughts. So, if you want to sleep less but wake up fresh, stop obsessing over hours. Start obsessing over quality. Create a pre-sleep ritual. Cut the things that sabotage deep sleep. Use naps strategically. Respect your mornings, and align with sleep cycles instead of chasing an arbitrary number. The Japanese don't have some secret genetic advantage. They just live by habits that maximize recovery and minimize waste. And when you adopt those same habits, you'll realize you don't need more sleep to have more energy. You just need better sleep. So the question isn't, how can I find more hours in my day? It's, how can I make the hours I already have work harder for me? Because once you figure that out, you'll wake up not just fresh, but unstoppable.